You wish we were in a plural relationship, and like, where are you at with all that right now? I've had some concerns about whether or not having one wife would be enough for him, because he has been living and used to this other way for so long.
In this week's episode of Sister Wives, Robyn asks Kody if he still wants to be in a plural marriage.
The question in my head is this it? Or are we gonna try to live plural marriage again? How do you feel about not being a polygamist anymore? I mean, it's been a challenge for me. This is what I thought I was gonna be doing my whole life, but where are you at? How do you feel?
I feel like I've been slapped by polygamy.
Oh.
It's hard not to be bitter about the fact that I bought off on it and did it. Because in the end, in the last moments of it, it felt terrible.
Kody then makes it clear where he stands with polygamy.
I don't want to be flippant with my answer, because we were devoted to this, but I'm not interested in plural marriage anymore. I don't want to pursue another woman because I don't want that headache, the questions, the struggles, the wonder about trust. I'm not in that space.
I can't deny the blessing that my children are to me, but I'm completely discouraged by the idea that people feel obligated to do what we did.
I think 5 years from now, I literally will see other polygamists, maybe even people I knew, and I will shudder for them.
But where does Robyn stand with all this?
You know that I've just been heartbroken by all of this and trying to make sense of it. I don't really know beyond that. This was a part of our initial agreement in our relationship, is that we were living plural marriage. I am at a space in my head where I'm very scared of plural marriage now because of what has happened. And so there's a lot of trauma there, but it's still part of my beliefs. How are you feeling about monogamy though?
At peace.
Kody then apologized to Robyn for his behavior the past couple of months.
And I'm sad because the difficulties of the past 3 years, I feel like have affected us. I want to apologize for the dark space I went through and how it harmed you. Because it wasn't fair to you. But because I was angry, you were withdrawing from me. And because you were withdrawing from me, I was experiencing not just the anger from the rejection and the anger from the failure of our failures in plural marriage and everything that I was experiencing there, it was causing me to literally have bad thoughts about us.
Then, after the discussion, they solidified where they stand.
I'm very pleased and happy at this point from the experience that I've had to be in a monogamous marriage with you.
Okay. I love you.
I love you.
Meanwhile, Meri and Janelle team up to come up with a plan for Coyote Pass.
I don't know what Kody's end game is here. Is he trying to play a game with us so we just get so tired of it that we just dump it? It's like, fine, you have it.
And although the easier thing would be to just walk away, they are both adamant about sticking this through.
Part of me just wants to walk away because it's just so irritating.
Yeah.
But I have to stick it out and see
I'm not walking
it.
away from this.
So.
No, I'm going to fight for some of this.
All right, well, good. I feel so bad, Meri. I feel like you were especially taken for a ride. You know what I mean? For sure.
I need to get my name on whatever pieces of property is fair, and then we need to sell it. I have an attorney. I just don't want to have to use them.
There's all these things I'm like, wow, I should have been smarter about that.
Well, you don't think?
Or when we all signed the papers, like when he assigned who was on each piece, I should have been a little speaking up for myself.
I question him on that, and I got in trouble for questioning.
Yeah,
there was a couple of people in the family that were not happy with me for questioning. Like, why is it this?
So this is so interesting, because when you would say something, he would do this thing like, well, you're not being a team player. Like, he'd make you feel bad for bringing up a question.
However, now that they're bringing lawyers into this, they're worried about the fallout with Kody.
My stomach is kind of in knots about doing this.
I know. It feels like, why the hell do I have to do this?
It's so wrong that we have to do this.
But
Janelle, I'm so mad. Like, it makes me sick thinking that I have to bring a lawyer into this. But my communication is falling on deaf ears. I'm afraid of the wrath that we're gonna get.
But Meri, he says so much stuff about us publicly. What else is he gonna say?
And that's the same thing Jen says. She says, Meri, he brought it on himself. You warned him. You told him in the email, hey, let's do this, or I'm gonna have to get some lawyers involved.
Yeah.
And he's ignored you this whole time.
Yeah.
He hasn't even had the decency to have a conversation about it. Him and Robyn and I and Janelle, if we could just have a conversation and just be like, this is fair. We put this money in to the family that was supposed to be for the family, and now it's fair that we get this. Kody and Robyn don't just get to benefit from things that I contributed to.
But Kody disagrees with them.
Complaining about something they gave to the family, everybody did that. You get in this space with family and you're working together and everybody's making sacrifices and it was tight. Somebody paid this and somebody paid that. We're all working together. And then you decide to break up? Well, you guys are all leaving. So what, you want me to take Robyn, what Robyn has and take from that? I mean, the only assets I have are what were Robyn's assets. They keep complaining about fairness when it's me and Robyn who have dropped so much more money on Coyote Pass. I paid $160,000 more than anybody else paid for Coyote Pass. I'm not trying to rip you off, Meri. No matter what Janelle says about me ripping you off, that's all imagined in Janelle's head because Janelle feels like, oh, I got divorced, so I deserve something.
He then explains why he hasn't been talking to them about the property and why he isn't going to rip them off.
If he was truly the gentleman and all the things he used to preach to our boys, he would be fair here.
I haven't communicated anything with him, not because I'm trying to hold anything back. I don't know what to do. I want to sell Coyote Pass, but I don't think Robyn's in the space where she wants to sell it. I'm not rushing Robyn for the sake of Meri and Janelle.
The two then talk about if they believe Kody when he says he never loved them.
I don't.
No, I don't believe it.
Nah.
But he's always been so wishy-washy back and forth.
I think it's just like his ego can't handle the fact that he's failed miserably at this or he's found the love of his life. Look, it happens. I've had so many friends.
It's great. I'm glad that he has.
Meri also talked to Janelle about her spiritual divorce from Kody.
Like, I never really thought about a spiritual divorce. It didn't even occur to me because we're really not part of that church anymore. And then when Meri got one, I'm like, huh.
I wasn't interested. I didn't feel the need to get a spiritual divorce. I was at a different spot spiritually. I believe in God, and he was great with me leaving. So a conversation with him was good enough for me.
So when I did the legal divorce, I knew that the spiritual part of it was still valid because if it wasn't, what was yours? What was Robyn's? What was Christine's?
Yeah, I still think it's valid.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm like, oh, I don't want to offend God.
If you want, we can talk more about it.
Okay.
I would go with you if you wanted me to.
maybe that.
Christine is spending her first monogamous Valentine's Day with David.
This is my first Valentine's Day since I got married to David. I've always been a romantic, always wanted a romantic Valentine's Day, but as a polygamist, it's not really a polygamist holiday. Just saying, it's just not.
I definitely think it would be more difficult as a husband who has multiple wives to be like, which one should I take out on a date tonight?
You know, if he's going to do something for somebody, he's got to do something for someone else too. It's just a complicated holiday.
You know, I mean, especially when you live in a plural family, Valentine's Day is always a little hard to navigate, right? And so we ended up usually doing a big party. Most plural families I knew did just a big party that involved all the kids or the adults or whatever.
And as she was anticipating the romantic holiday, she asked her daughters for help picking an outfit, but as she tried on a sexier dress, Truly hilariously walked out.
Okay, I'm going to my room. Y'all have fun.
Wait.
Okay, wait.
Truly, precious angel baby.
No,
I'll
I think
behave
I'm
myself.
Y'all have fun.
Truly has to live with newlyweds. She just does, and it's not her favorite thing.